Hi, I'm Alex from the Zscaler Customer Success Engineering team. In this series of short videos, we're taking a look at the baseline recommendations for the configuration of data protection policy inside ZIA. This is Part 9, Email DLP. First, let's take a look at how Email DLP actually works. We start when the user sends an email to an external domain containing potentially sensitive data. The email server then forwards that email to the Zscaler Smart Host via SMTP. The ZIA data protection engine inspects data using your existing dictionaries and engines, determines which action is correct, and inserts the appropriate header. The email is then sent back to the mail server, which enforces policy based on the header, either blocking the email or forwarding it on to its final destination. It's important to note that Email DLP is outbound only, and right now only supports email tenants for Gmail and Exchange. Email DLP is capable of scanning the subject, body, and attachments in an email. Additionally, you can configure policy based on recipient domain profiles and recipient profiles. Email DLP supports inserting the following headers: allow, which inserts the header x zscaler block 0, block, which inserts the header x zscaler block, as well as creating your own custom header. These must be in a specific format, the format x-name:value, for example, x-zscaler-quarantine:1. Note, of course, that the appropriate actions have to be configured on the email server. Finally, note the policy enforcement for Email DLP is done according to the Evaluate All Rules model. As with all other data protection policies, it's recommended that you start by building a non-disruptive monitoring policy that will allow you to monitor emails for sensitive data so that you can then make appropriate decisions about building your policy. Here's an example monitoring policy. This policy is configured to apply to all user groups and departments, with as many engines as relevant for all content locations, with whatever domain profiles and recipient profiles you wish to configure, and with an action set to allow so that emails are not blocked, but events are still created in the logs for you to analyze. Once the monitoring policy is in place, you'll be able to see email DLP incidents inside the email security report. This will give you visibility into DLP incidents over email, allowing you to investigate incidents. Additionally, as with other reports, you can drill down into specific incidents to see the actions taken, the severity, the domains involved, the DLP engines involved, and the users involved. This allows you to investigate incidents and build or modify policies based on your findings to fine-tune your policy. As the next step, you should configure and tune your baseline email DLP policy. It's recommended that you start with a non-disruptive monitoring policy as discussed, that you are then able to tune through the email security report and later move to a block policy. Creating email DLP policy is part of building a comprehensive data protection approach that protects sensitive data exfiltration across all channels. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.